What's going on, guys? It's T.R.H.Syndicate checking here with James, the famous guy, Polk, here with his
weather painters.
With his weather painters, everybody knows.
Apparently 4 is my lucky number because I finished 4th like the last 3 times.
Okay, yeah, bet. Anything you want to say or any shout outs you want to give before the deck profile?
Yes, shout outs to the boys back home from the Milwaukee area, Chris, Todd, Drew, for the shops everywhere all over Milwaukee, soon to be famous T.R.H. Syndicate, Evolution Gaming, Imperial, all the card shops everywhere in Milwaukee, everybody knows. And shout out to all of my opponents played and so on. So
okay, bet. Let's get right into the deck profile then.
All right. And of course, 99% of people don't know what weather painters do, so short and simple for you guys.
Yep.
3 Snow. This is the card you want to see the most. Upon normal summon, this lets you place 1 weather spell trap from deck to the field face up. And this plays around Ash, Secret Village, and Anti-Spell, which is insane. 3 Thunder, only 3 because highest beat sticks of the lower level ones. This is your the weather replacement by sending a face-up continuous spell trap, doesn't got to be the weather, to place a weather spell trap from deck to the field face-up. 2 Clouds, only 2 because access to 2, and this card is clutch. So the idea with Cloud is that if you pair up with Thunder send a weather spell trap to the graveyard to place with something else, and then Cloud's actual effect is if a weather card gets into the graveyard, doesn't got to be Cloud. This lets you target up to 2 weather spells and traps from your graveyard, place them back to the field face up. 2 Rains, only 2. She legit came up only once. And the idea with Rain is if I have a canvas trap that I wasn't unable to set or on my opponent's turn, upon special summon, she lets me place 1 weather spell trap from hand to the field face up. Sun and Aurora, don't want to draw those ever.
They're one-ofs.
Yep, so Sun, if you have a face-up continuous spell trap you control and a canvas in your hand, while Sun is in your graveyard, you send a face-up continuous spell trap you control to the grave as cost to special Sun from your graveyard in defense, and if you do, place 1 weather spell trap from hand to your field face-up. So basically, Sun is the original Eldritch the Golden Lord before Eldritch the Golden Lord was ever a thing. And then Aurora, she is literally Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight of the weather archetype, as in your opponent cannot target or destroy the weather spells and traps within card effects.
Basically, she's your bag.
Dark Magician, the Dragon Knights. And all the weather monsters share the same thing, which is during the standby phase, no matter whose standby phase it is, if the weather monsters end up leaving the field to the banish pile just because of their canvas cards, they come back. No matter whose standby phase. 2 D shifters, access to 2 DD Crows, 2 Gamma, and a driver. And obviously, the weather monsters, they tend to leave the field to the banish pile, making Gamma live a lot. And shifter only came up 2 times.
Why only 2 Gamma?
2 shifter.
2 Gamma, access to 2, and 2 shifter, access to 2. And then the spells. 3 Snow Canvas. This is the Stratos of all weather cards, spells and traps included, and includes copies. Raining Canvas. This is your spell trap Compulse. Cloudy Canvas. This is your Shrink with a hint of direct attack, and both Rainy and Cloudy Canvas, not once. And then 2 Weather Forecast, not 3, because I don't want to use the forecast right away, because I've seen most lists play 3. I honestly do not know why. I mean, okay, to be fair, I had no clue about how this card works the first time I played this deck months ago, and I said to myself, okay, this card is absolutely ridiculous. So when it comes to forecast, upon activation, it is literally the Weather Painter Snow on summon, which is place a weather spell trap from deck to the field face up. This is your double summon of the weather monsters. And if you were to perform a link summon of the weather monsters, you can use your weather canvases from your back row as if they are monsters. So especially the fact that if you have forecast, and Cloud paired up together, you're just essentially link summoning for 3 with just 1 card. And then 3 Puree map. Side note, always cite these out in time, because when it comes to Puree map, this lets you get a monster with no attack from deck to hand at the start of main phase 1, which is you got to be using this card as the very first thing. So basically get you Weather Painted Snow. The downside is cut your points in half, and you can't use your effects until you normal summon that added card, including copies. And most people be thinking I'm playing DDDs because of this card, but turns out they'll never see this coming whenever I reveal them Snow. And then Tactics, Call By.
1 and 1.
Yeah, the one Tactics. Tactics came up at least a total of 2 times. 1 off from Draw Power, and 1 was to steal monsters. And then Call By, sadly, never came up. Traps, 2 Thunder Canvas, 2 Rainbow Canvas. So, as for the Thunder Canvas, at the start of the damage step, when it comes to the weather monsters battling an opponent's monsters, banishes cost, does not target, does not destroy, return that monster back to the hand, not once. And then Rainbow Canvas, your opponent got to have at least 1 monster in order for this trap card to work. Banishes cost, it is literally emergency teleport of the weather monster, but it has to be a different name than the ones you banished. And then 2 Skill Drain, access to 2. 2 Anti-Spell, access to 2. Random Fun Fact, this whole deck can be played around it. And then 3 Debarrier Maimed. And whenever I resolve Debarrier against mostly Synchro-based or Fusion-based decks, going first, hard open this card, winning. And then extra deck. Double Moonbows and double Arseals, aka Rainbows. So for the Moonbows, first chance she gets Link Summon. She lets you does not target special one of the banished weathers. And then when it comes to the weather monsters being pointed at all from Moonbow, this is the supernatural effect. You get to do this too many times on anyone's turn. Banishes cost, target 1 monster your opponent controls, banish it until the next standby. And to top it all off, whenever a Moonbow gets killed, it doesn't matter who kills it, this lets you get a free Rainbow from the extra deck. And then Arseal, we all know what's up with Arseal ever since her Spirit Warriors debut. In case people forgot about what she does, here's how she works. When it comes to the weather monsters being pointed at, the supernatural effect is, whenever your opponent card or effect is activated, you banish a weather monster as cost, Omni Negate, and destroys it. And to top it off, if your opponent is inherent special summon something, you can send this Link Summon card to the graveyard, negate the summon, as in never hit the field, and it gets killed. So this is the Thunder King Ryo, if the inherent summon were to happen. And then Geonator Transverser, this card stole me a game so much. Because based on the board state I had, I believe I did the route where as soon as I saw my opponent's Zeus, find a way to put up an open spot for one of the other zone placements, and then make Geonator off from the two monsters. Make sure you leave zones 1 and 3 open just in case if they were to map it out there. Geonator, swap the Zeus, and then it stole me a game after. Phoenix never came up, unfortunately. 6 links. Shouldn't need to say anything about them. And then Dark was literally the only one came up because in case she was killed, the only target I have in the deck in terms of searching would be DD Crows. Celine, Access Code, and Omega. And Omega is offering the Gamma. Sideboard. Change of Hearts, Lightning Storm, Feather Duster, 2 Shed Rides, 2 Dark Ruler, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, triple Evenly Matched, D Fisher, and the best card that I saved up for last, the Spicy Tech that I literally had the night before, and it was the best card ever existed to this day. Transmigration Breaks. So when it comes to Transmigration Break, this card is the death sentence to Ishizu tier, Runic, or any other put-back decks. Same with Medoches. So when it comes to Transmigration Break, as long as this card remains face up on the field, this card applies to both players, by the way. Whenever a card that is off from the graveyard will be returned to the deck, ends up banished instead. So the idea with this is that if I go against Medoches, they usually be having Tiramisu, Glass Souffle, the Chateaus, something else like that. And then for the Ishizu tiers, that will be the likes of Keldo and Mudora, the putbacks, as well as Runic Fountain.
Any of the fusions too.
Yep. For the tier names, like if they hit those off from card effects, they don't get the shuffle back, they end up getting banished. They don't get the fusion summon, or like against Runics, they don't get the draw power. None of that jazz. But other than that, everything else is doing pretty well though. And of course, my YouTube channel is James Polk. It'll be somewhere down in the description below somewhere.
All right, for sure, man. Anything you want to say before the video ends?
That's it. Shout out to you guys.
Bet.